Thomas spends his time now in what looks like meditation, but might more accurately be described as profound stillness. He sits for hours without moving, without thinking, without wanting anything. A trained observer might recognize this as genuine spiritual attainment, a state that saints and mystics have described throughout history. But watch what happens in his practical life as a result of this constant access to the self at the expense of all other functions. His apartment has become somewhat neglected. Not dirty, but disorganized. Without an ego to plan and structure practical life, Thomas doesn't maintain his living space actively. He cleans when he notices something needs cleaning, not according to any schedule. His refrigerator contains some food and some not-so-fresh things because he doesn't plan meals or go grocery shopping intentionally. He eats when hungry and sometimes forgets to eat because the self is content in fasting and feasting equally. His job has become somewhat problematic. His boss, who initially appreciated Thomas's unusual presence, is now concerned about his productivity and reliability. Thomas shows up for work, and when he's there, he's remarkably effective at creating harmony and connection. But he sometimes forgets what day it is. He occasionally misses meetings, not out of irresponsibility, but out of genuine non-orientation toward time. The self exists in the eternal now, and appointments at 3 p.m. next Thursday exist in a dimension the self doesn't naturally engage with. Watch Thomas interact with his family. His mother calls with concerns about his life. She's worried he's not taking care of himself, not advancing his career, not maintaining relationships. Most people would feel some defensive anxiety about these concerns, would explain themselves, would show they're working on things. Thomas simply listens to his mother's concern with complete acceptance. "Yes, that's your care for me," he might say. "That's beautiful." He doesn't reassure her that things are fine or that he has plans. He simply acknowledges her worry without being moved by it. His brother asks him why he seems to be withdrawing from life. Thomas is genuinely confused by the question. He's not withdrawing. He's completely present to everything that's happening. It's just that what's happening doesn't include much forward motion or goal achievement or conventional success. The ego provides the drive to accomplish, to build, to create in time. The self is already complete, and from that completeness, the doing that arises is often minimal. Thomas attends a gathering with old friends, and they find him difficult to connect with. Not because he's unfriendly, but because he has no investment in the conversation or the relationship. When they talk about their struggles, their ambitions, their pain, their joy, Thomas witnesses it all with equanimous acceptance. "Yes," he might say, "that's what's arising for you." He's the most present person in the room, but somehow also the most absent, because presence without engagement, acceptance without response, witnessing without participation creates a strange kind of isolation.